You're such an asshole.
We have a request. This is a previous client and a very interesting man as well. I don't want to identify, but very entrepreneurial, didn't go down the regular path. Surprise, has lots of money. This isn't Cappy, do I major in butt plug studies or licking lesbian study? I don't know. This guy is different in a good way. So let me go ahead and read his request here. Hey, Cap, I wrote in before. Keep the info in parentheses anonymous. Here are my stats. You're a short black dude. Let's put it that way. You did an interesting thing. You're from a leftist shithole, but that's not unique. Almost $1 million net worth. $3,000 a month in income from different online businesses you created. This is the interesting thing. I wish I could say what, but we can't. 2,100. Now, no, ladies and gentlemen, this let me take a little detour here to make it in. So he brings in 3,000 a month. He only spends 2,100 a month. Now, this might confuse some people. Like, spend less than you make? Yes. So you see, what happens then is you have money left over, and money left over, you might say. I say, yes, this is a foreign concept to Americans, but he saves money. So he's got good financial discipline. Rent, phone bills, utilities, no student loan debt, no credit card debt, no car loan. This is another foreign concept to Americans. You see, he doesn't take other people's money to buy shit he can't afford. This is very common. One day I'll write a book about it. No degree, started various online businesses since I was 18. I can live off of 30 to 34,000 pretty easily as a single guy. Also, I didn't date at all from 18 to 25, just worked and focused on investing, which you missed nothing, sir. You missed nothing. Right? Okay, yeah, if you had taken all the time you spent on your online businesses and dedicated it towards dating, pursuing girls, having fun, you would have gotten something, but it absolutely would not have been worth it. It would not have been worth the almost $1 million net worth you have, your savings, and basically your entire financial freedom you have now. It would not be worth it. I'm just trying to make it so you understand you made the right choice and you didn't miss anything. You didn't have any regret. First off, I don't blame women for this. I know they don't choose who they're attracted to or not, but I've pretty much come to terms with the fact that my height stops me from being that successful with most women. Good. Now here's the thing. You are not that old, but let's have your experiences not be lost on other people. And thank God you're still a very young man. You have learned it. Some guys never learned this. You've learned it very young. Very, very young. Guys, your height, which you do not control. It's not fair. You do not control it. That is the number one thing women look for. I know there will be opinions about, well, they look for looks and yes, but part of your looks is your height, and that is the number one thing. It is the identical version of men not liking fat chicks. Guys, do you control whether you like fat chicks or not? No, you don't. All right. Women do not control whether they like short guys or not. They don't. Every once in a while, you'll find a guy who likes a short guy. Every once in a while, you'll actually find a real chubby chaser, not a guy making an excuse. But it's not an opinion. And just as women should get angry at men for like, yeah, I find fat chicks attractive because I can't. It's hardwired. You shouldn't get angry at women for not liking short guys. They're just not. It's not, right? If you like split pea soup, you don't like split pea soup. Have you tried my split pea soup? Shut the fuck up. I don't like split pea soup. So a lot of unnecessary anger is here. And since women don't control it, there's nothing, and you don't control your height either, whereas women do control their weight. Shh, ladies, now's the be quiet and shut the fuck up time. We don't care what your excuses are. You do control your weight. So there we go. We just zip that up. You don't control your height, and so there's no reason to get angry about this. But at the same time, you need to accept that women, if you're short, you got a tremendous disadvantage. And you're just going to have to find shorter girls than you. That's it. Fine, you run into a tall gal. I succeeded in dating tall gals, but all but one of them left at the end of the day. So don't get angry. But here's the other thing. Why even waste your time? This guy wasted a decade and change from puberty on trying to get girls that were taller than him. Because we all believe the female lie that it's your personality, what inside that counts, which is bullshit. That barely counts for anything. It does. It barely counts. Long term, sure, but in the immediate or medium term, no. So short guys do not have the resources or the luxury or the advantage to lie to themselves about something that is so empirical and so black and white. All guys, black or not, doesn't matter. Guys, period. If you are short, you cannot be going down this path of lies to waste your time, which he didn't. Now, of course, he wasted some time chasing after, but he invested, very financially successful. He didn't waste his time. You need to just admit this is a reality that will not be changed. It is a rule you got to play by, right? Why are there 3 outs per inning? Don't know, but that's the rule, right? Why do women not like short guys? Don't know. That's the rule. So you don't bitch and whine like, hey, why isn't it 5 outs per inning? It isn't, right? You never got pissed off that there wasn't 5 outs an inning. No one ever quit. 3 outs an inning. Okay, okay, they're fine. It's the same thing. Save yourself the time, resources, energy, psychology, invest it into financial freedom as this young man did, or shorter girls. So we'll get on to the rest of it. But I just wanted the concreteness, the indisputability, the undeniable, empirical, cold, hard, unchangeable steel fact is women don't like short guys. And do not get angry at them for something they do not control. Because only you are hurting yourself getting angry over something as factual as the sky is blue. All right, so we got that philosophical concept. Let's move on. The problem is I don't get any matches or attention if I don't dangle the money carrot in front of the girls to get attention. Go watch my A Very Crappy Cappy Christmas with the first story is from Stuart the Great. And he talks about how the girls came over to his house and after a little bit of fun, sleepy bedroom time, they started asking for money. Yes, they're in it for the money. Yes, women are acutely aware of their sexuality and their sexual power, prowess, whatever advantage, leverage they have over men. Yes, they're going to ask for money. Absolutely. And they know short men are an easier mark because no one else wants them. That's taller than them anyway. Problem is I don't get any matches or attention if I don't dangle the money carrot in front of the girls to get their attention. So I never get a chance to even start a relationship based off of mutual attraction. And you never will. Now, can I say never for sure? Is there going to be a gal out there that for whatever reason, your facial structures and your pheromones, the girl just is 6'1" and is madly in love with you? No, I can't guarantee against it, but I can guarantee against it. There will never be mutual attraction unless the girl's shorter than you, right? And I'm just telling you that, yeah, there might be 8 billion people on the planet, a lot of drugs going around. Maybe I can't say that conclusively, but for all practical sakes and purposes, yeah, there's not 5 outs to an inning. There will always be 3 outs to an inning. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, we're playing a game and there's 5 outs to an inning this one time. Right. You're right. There won't be mutual attraction with a girl that's tall. I mean, even I'm not as short as you, but I'm short-ish. Well, there's gals that are taller, just drop dead gorgeous. Like, oh, she'll never, like, I just look at them like, she's a model. She ain't going to find me attractive. I don't get excited. I have a realistic, I don't expect mutual attraction. So that's all I'm trying to get you, because you still live in an ideal world. You're still a very young man, but I want you to get over this. So you don't keep, you got hope. There was this half black man that sold the entire black community and poor people in general on this idea called hope and change. I don't know if you remember him. And didn't do jack fuck all shit for poor people, including black minorities, whatever. Hope is bad. Hope is outsourcing your control over a situation, or even your influence, but you don't totally control it, but you can influence it. You abdicate all control you would have or influence you'd have over a situation, and you leave it to something not you. God, the fates, charity, kindness. Hope the economy. I remember then the the housing bubble days. Well, hopefully the economy. It ain't turning around. Not now. Not this year. You got to give up hope. You have to critically assess your reality and your situation around you. And you have to accept the harsh facts. The housing market is not recovering for 2 years. Unemployment is going to go to double digits. Well, that's the housing bubble. And here, tall gals don't like short dudes. There is, and if you can hope all you want, where does hope get people? Nowhere. Empiricism, accepting the truth, and action, and where you have influence, where you can actually control, maybe don't control the situation, but you can influence or affect it. That's all you can do. The worst thing to do is still have hope for something that is out of your control, tall women liking short guys, and then getting depressed over when it doesn't go your way, which it's not going to. And so it's the worst thing you can do. It puts you in a horrible mood. That's why you're reaching out to me. I'm saying you got to give up hope. I mean, sure, a tall gal asks you, oh, of course, by all means. But no, it just you will be better off giving up hope on something that will never happen than holding out for it and then not taking actions that are within the realm of the real world to improve your situation to the best situation possible, i.e. dating short girls. The last girl I dealt with used various kinds of manipulation tactics, like removing affection after getting close to me or not answering for a day, then telling me how much she likes me. This hurt because she was really my type. And first time I had hope. Oh, there it is. The hope word, the H word, the worst word in the English language, hope. I had hope while dealing with a girl since she said she wasn't interested in me buying her stuff, but she went and asked for new clothes. What she said, and then she lied. She lied? A woman going out with a short guy for money lied? Oh, my God. I'm not picking on you, but have you thought about contacting CNN and letting them run with that news story? Gold digger asked for money. Oh, shock. Maybe Anderson Cooper could get on the case. What does he do? He just looks stern all the time with his hair. It's all he does. But she asked for new clothes or whatever the next day after telling me that. Yep. The mind games made me sad. Really made me sad. Right. Okay. Wow. The whore lied to the guy with the money? No kidding. You have to. I'm not trying to slam on you. I'm trying to end your pain. Okay. It's your fault for believing that. Right? If you were 6'1" and there were other indications, okay, then maybe you and you should feel sad. Your time was wasted. You had a little bit of natural human hope, right? Oh, maybe this is going somewhere, right? I understand natural human hope, but they're like, oh, yep, that's the way that one went. What was it? Recently, was it somebody got stood up? A girl failed to do the thing she said she was going to do. And I don't know if it was a friend of mine got stood up or something. God, what was it? Oh, yeah. Let me tell you a story. So I'm on with Vlad Elkins. He was going to have one of his clients on. She was an OnlyFans girl. And it was very interesting because the Trump tax changes this year is that if you are an influencer, okay, let me rephrase that. Tips, if you're in the service industry, tips, the first $25,000 of your tips are not taxable once you give some money to people who are working kind of on the lower income side of things. But it turned out to be tips also meant for influencers such as myself. So even though I'm not really in the service industry, my tips, super chats, are the first $25,000 will not be taxable. So yay for me. Well, yay for her too, because she's an internet influencer as well. She gets tips, I guess, through OnlyFans, however it is. Can you believe the really pretty girl who is an OnlyFans girl didn't show up? She failed to show up. She flaked out. Oh my God. And if you watch it, it's not that we laughed. It's like, yeah, that's the way that one went. Even people in the comments section. And you're young enough, I understand. You still expect, person A said they're going to do activity B. Oh my God, person A, being a girl, didn't do activity B like she said she would. You are now at the stage. You are now at the age you should really be aware of the flaky nature of women. And I'm sorry, ladies, I don't like being that broad brush, but you are very flaky. It is. I think a lot of people are like, well, how young is he? He's pretty young, guys. So you got to go a little bit easy on him. But okay, son, you're 12. We should talk to you about the birds and the bees and tell you about girls. Okay, son, you're 15. We should probably get you behind the wheel of a car and start teaching how to drive. Okay, son, you're 18. We should start teaching you about things like financial management. Do you want to go to college? What are your career and all that? Okay, son, by this age, we should really have a conversation that, yeah, girls are going to flake out on you. And the true nature of women is not this pie in the sky, beautiful, sugar and ice and everything spice type of ice cream cones and puppies and unicorns perception we have by whatever media and what you'd like them to be. So again, first you're short, give up hope, and then you can move on, and you're not going to necessarily be happy, but you will now have a higher chance of being happy because you're not having hope in something that you don't control at all and is never going to go your way. So that's step one. Step two, yes, women will lie. Oh my God. To get things they want sometimes. Oh my God. And women will flake out. That's what's going to happen. And here's what's really important for you to know, man. It's very important. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Unless you did something bad or stupid, it's not your fault. The rule of 50-50-25, it's actually 30-70. When way back in the day, it's always been this way. I would ask girls out, and 70% of the girls would say yes to a date. Okay. But 70% would also flake out. So 70% saying yes, but only 30% of the time they show up to a date. That is a 21% chance that when you ask a girl out on a date or any kind of activity, they're going to show up. It's not you. It's not me. It's an industry average, right? What's the batting average for a good baseball player is above 300. No one bats 1,000. No one. You're happy if you're at 300. The industry standard, if you get a girl to show up 1 out of 5 times, that's pretty good. This is not you. It is not you. And just as you need to be empirical about the fact that, dude, girls don't like short guys, you also have to be empirical about the fact, girls just flake. That's their nature. Ladies, by the way, if you're going to be in the comments section, no guy cares anymore why you flake. We don't care. We know you do. It's sad. Yes, it affects your reputation. It has, but we're beyond the discussion now. So don't even waste your time. Well, you don't no, we don't. You're right. We don't understand. We stopped caring about 15 years ago. So now you got to understand. Hey, empirically, women just flake. So it ain't you. So ultimately, all that is to say, don't feel bad about yourself. You didn't do anything wrong, man. I had hope I'll deal with the girl since she said was in, and then the next day after telling me that she wants stuff. The mind games really made me sad. Yes, now you should have the insight, the epiphany. You should have no hope, no expectations. And then when a girl does something wrong, and here's the key thing, you did everything right, why would you feel sad? That's her fault. That's her problem. I'd rather her just be honest about what she wanted. Oh my God. Hey guys, this guy said he wanted a girl to be honest about what she wanted. Oh, sir. Oh my God, sir. You certainly are in your 20s. Okay. I want you to, after this, Orion Taraban. Okay. I don't know if that's his real name. I call him Ryan Taliban, but his name that he goes by is Orion Taraban. What do women want? Please watch his video on that. Women are never going to be honest about what they wanted. They are more. I wish I didn't sound like such a sexist. Yes, I'm painting with a broad brush. But generally speaking, women are never going to be honest with what they want because what they want is not politically correct. And they don't want to seem rude. They're trying to spare your feelings and in some cases hoodwink some money out of you. That's what it is. Which, by the way, is another reason you never lead with your money. You don't let them know how much money you got. You wish women were honest with what they wanted. So do we all, pal. Then we wouldn't waste our time. Here's what women want. They want a tall, jack dude with lots of money who doesn't put them at the center of their lives and has their own shit going on. And it doesn't treat them like shit, but pushes them away like, hey, I got shit going on. And even they don't understand that, but they want what they can't have or keeps pushing them away. That's what they want. I'm being very, very, very simplified here. But Dr. Ryan Taraban has a much better description. And then once you realize, oh, wow, they kind of really don't know what they want, or they want something that's so, I can't deliver what they want. I better move on with my life and start focusing on my own life and affecting the things that I can control. I mean, another thing, I know this is not in the field, but a very good thing is the alcoholic's prayer or the serenity prayer. Grant me the ability to accept the things I cannot change, the things that I can, and the wisdom to tell the difference. You don't control what women want or what they say. If you apply the Stoics prayer, the serenity prayer to this, you're going to see how little you actually control. And all you really control is your shape, how much money you make, and your reaction to everything else. How much you invest emotionally in something that you're not sure of. It's like you got money, right? Don't invest it in them unless they're like really nice and you want to take them out, you like them. Same thing with your emotion, your psychological energy, you're playing energy. Don't invest it in them until they prove it, right? And I don't care how much your genetics are telling you otherwise. No, man, no. But I guess she knew how to draw me in and get more. I don't blame her. It's my fault for not accepting rally. Good, Whit. Making progress, man. You're diagnosing yourself accurately. And I'm not trying to slam on you. It's really sad, but dude, I went through this at your age too, right? You got to realize what you want and what you've been told your entire life, that what you could expect from society, what you could expect from the opposite sex. It's all been a lie. It's all been a lie to maintain political correctness and be polite and be kind. But when it comes down to brass tacks, they're not going to go out with you because you're short. And if they do go out with you, they're probably going after your money. Right? Not all the time, of course. But in your case, because you have money and you are short and you're going after taller gals, there's a really high probability they're just in it for the money, and that's starting to bear out about the case. After a while, I decided to break off all contact. She got me for a few $100s worth of gifts and some dinner dates. All right. We never even had sex. She won. See, you're not playing this game, right? You're there. You're honest. You just want to have a relationship inevitably. And involved in that would be sex. That's not the game they're playing. If you need another philosopher, go to Coach Greg Adams. Men are in love. Women are in business. I think his book, Free Agent Lifestyle. Go read that if you want. Yeah, it's a different game. You think you're playing baseball, they're playing basketball. And they just won both games. After that, I deleted the dating apps and went to go to a professional who did the job for a fraction of the price and the headache. There you go. There you go. That's how you win the game, if you're just interested in sex. It is a fraction of the headache, a fraction of the cost, a fraction of the price. I don't know where you went. I'm out in Vegas, obviously, right now, where ladies of the evening are not legal in Clark County. You have to go to a county that it is legal. You can have ladies of the evening if they just have the girlfriend experience. But yes, if you want that kind of relation, you must go to where, just to let you know, so you just don't fly here and get arrested. But he said it's legal. No, it's not legal in Nevada. It is county by county basis. Got a professional who did the job for a fraction of the price and the headache. You won. That's it. You won the game. That's how you play that game. Now, if you want to go and do relationships and all that, you got to play a different game. But in terms of sex, you won. That is the quickest way to win that game. Since I'm something 20 years old, I feel like I'm running out of time to make a choice on if I want to buck up and pay for access for a woman long term so I can start a family, just pay for ladies of the evening, which I've done before. I know either route would most likely involve me being in a transactional relationship. For the most part, yes. And this is not specific to you or your height or your race or anything else. Generally, and most for the entire lifetime, and at a certain philosophical level, all relationships are transactional, right? I didn't do this for free. You had to pay me, right? You don't just get money for free. You got to provide a good or a service, right? Nobody likes going to work. But in especially olden times, women needed men to survive. That's just how it was. A lot of women were marrying or hooking up with guys they didn't want to be with necessarily. A lot of guys they want to get laid, but the body was attached to a mouth. Like, oh my God. I got a buddy. He's married to a gal. I won't say which country, but she barely speaks English. And it works. It works. It works. But at a fundamental level, like let's take it to you and your friends, right? Do you hang out with your friends for charitable purposes? No. Why do you hang out with your friends? Because you enjoy hanging out with your friends. You get joy out of your friends. It's selfish, but it's also selfless. Because why do they hang out with you? Because they like your company too. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. That's why friendship is so great. People willingly spend part of their finite life with you because they want to. And you both benefit each other. Now, if we could convince another group of people of the opposite sex that that's how we're romantic relate, that might work. But I'm not here to say that. And ideally, that's how a romantic relationship would work as well. But that's the minority of them, even to this day. But I will tell you, at a fundamental level, everything is transactional in that both you and the woman, whether she actually loves you or not, or is in it for the money, both of you have to spend time. And therefore, it is an investment and a transaction, no matter what. Now, whether it was prostitutional or not, money for sex, that's a different matter. But it is a transaction. Hopefully, it's a mutually beneficial transaction, and you both genuinely love each other, blah, 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 blah. But yes, you do get to make a choice. But I don't know if it's a choice because I know either route will most likely involve me being in a transactional relationship. Well, let's just talk about the sex first. Unless you find that gal, you're talking two different goals. You want to have sex, transactional relationship all the way. Especially you being an entrepreneur, you don't have time for this shit. No guy has time for this shit. You just don't. And I'm going to tell you right now, as an economist, and Terrence Popp is the one who did more of the math on this, it is almost always cheaper to pay for it than to go through dating and courtship just to get laid. It is almost always cheaper. So as long as it's legal, as an economist, I'm like, yeah, just go pay for it, right? Now, if you want a relationship and a family, which it sounds like you do, that's a different goal. And here we must again be empirical, which means you got to go to where shorter people are, shorter women are anyway. And yes, you would like to have a woman like you for you who might be like, oh, he's financially stable. And women have the right to seek a guy who's financially stable. They don't want a deadbeat, but they shouldn't like schnooker you out of money and gifts and dinners and everything like you said before. Like they like, yeah, I would like to have a family. I need a financially stable man because that's going to allow for a stable family. And I would like to have children, but I would love my man as well. That's not something you can buy. That's going to require a lot of work and dating and da-da-da-da-da. But above all else, you giving up on this hope bullshit and thinking the 6'1" model is going to go out with you. When they start bringing up money and buying gifts and they're not even taking off their own damn bra, no, absolutely not. So you got to change tactics. I don't know where you're going to find these girls right now, but you got to change tactics. It feels like part of the hope I have for a normal relationship has died because I'm aware of the problems that come from things I can't control. No. You need to change the women you're dating to the ones who are actually going to go out with you for you. I can't make myself taller and I can't see relationships like other guys do. I see guys who are fine with spending every penny on their girl and I just can't do that. Nor should you. Good for you, man. That's your life. It's your fucking life. Everyone's just money. No, I had to give up my time, my life to get that money. Fuck you. That's my life. Matter of fact, if it's only money, why don't you give me all your money there, Mr. fucking philosopher? It's only money. And having to fight my ex in court for custody of the resources I brought into the relationship sounds like a nightmare. Yep. Now, there's ways around that. You can have the trust of mom, like that Moroccan soccer player did. You could set up estates and trusts if you want. That's another thing. You're not there yet. Wait till you find a gal. I don't really have a question to ask, but I just want asshole thoughts on my situations. You are at a fishing pond. And the fish in the pond who are too tall for you are saying, come on in, come fish me, come catch me. And all you're doing is getting bite. And it really, I guess now that we're thinking about it, these fish are masters at taking the bait off hook and not getting hooked up on it. And you keep on adding more and more worms and tossing them like, oh my God, a little nibble, tight, and then they take off with the worm again. You need to go to a pond where there are short fish who actually get hooked. You need to go overseas, or you need to, you see a very short girl, you're like, hey, do you want to go out? Which in the United States is no guarantee because, the 5'3" girl is going to want to date the 6 foot whatever guy, but you're going to have to find shorter women. I'm all for Ewing lifts and platform shoes. I mean, not fucking Prince, like fucking ridiculous shit. Don't be like Robert De Niro in the movie. Actually, if you don't know, Robert De Niro's a short guy, so they always give him platform. Don't do that. But like little lifts, soles, inserts into your shoes, sure, here. But man, if you want to get married, and it's about that time, you are going to have to play an away game. There's a reason there's the passport bros. That's not strictly relegated to black men, although disproportionately. I got a buddy. He just, I texted him. He came back from Colombia. That's where him and his brother got their wives. They're American guys. They found wives over in Colombia. It's kind of cute. They're both brothers and sisters that married it. It's kind of cute. This guy's a good looking dude. He works out. He's a bodybuilder, competitive. They're going overseas. Why? Because they wanted to get married and have families. And I don't think it's a secret anymore. Hell, I wrote a book on it called The Book of Numbers, Analyze the ROI in the Pursuit of Women. It's not a secret anymore that women in this country, younger women anyway, are not that interested in marriage. And that's not my opinion. That's the polling data. Go pull the Pew Research polls. Now, the last I looked it up, it was 2-3 years old. I'm sure the data is even worse now. Or I should say worse because it is not a moral choice if women want to prioritize marriage. It is their choice. You women have every right. Women are not that interested in marriage, and they sure the fuck aren't interested in marrying a short guy. Not here. So even if you weren't short, if you want to have a family, you got to get aggressive. The same amount of urgency that we should be giving to women who want to have kids because they have menopause and after a age they can't have kids no more. That because there's so much work required. Finding a guy, finding the right guy, blah, blah, blah. Or if you're going to go the IVF route, you got to freeze your eggs, do this, do that, right. The same amount of emphasis and urgency should be conveyed to young men. You want to get married and start a family? Okay, well, thankfully, you don't have to worry about your sperm dying out. Okay, we don't shoot blanks over. We fire live rounds until we die. So there is that. But if you'd like to start a family sooner than later, you better start now. Not only better start now, and thankfully you're remotely employed. You work on the internet, so you could play an away game pretty easily. If you're a plumber, you got to get vacation time. But you guys are going to have to take this very seriously and either go into like an orthodox or an orthodox religion Of course, you got to believe the religion. You can't just like, hey, Muslims, you're pretty traditional, right? Yeah, totally. Allah, me too. No, you got to like, so that may not always be a solution. You got to be direct. Like, I'm looking to get married and have a kids. I'm 5'5". I'm looking for women shorter than me, right? Be honest on your dating profile. You got to get out there and start asking girls out in the real world. You see a short girl, I'm like, if you see a short girl, you almost can't let her, you got to ask her out. But also, a key, not an ancillary part, a key part of every American male's marriage and family strategy, not dating strategy, marriage, and you want to get married, you are almost compelled to play an away game. There are so few women who are interested in getting married or putting marriage and family that far ahead, and also putting the corresponding effort into it, like not having another man's kids, not having crippling levels of debt, not having STDs. Go get my book, The Book of Numbers, and ROI Pursuit Women. Not being fat, not having a stupid degree, things that are conducive to actually having a successful nuclear family. No, you are fishing in the sewer. Now, if you want to catch one of them three-eyed fish like in The Simpsons, okay, that's fine. That if that's your goal. But some prize marriageable sturgeon or muskie, absolutely, you have to go elsewhere. And so I almost guarantee you playing in a way again. By the way, I mean going overseas, being a passport bro. And don't worry what people say. Oh my God, you're a passport bro. Said the fat, loud, obnoxious, debt-ridden lady with 5 other guys' kids. Fuck off. Shut up. You were never part of this. You don't even want. Get out of here. So that's going to be what you're going to have to do. So yeah, you got to scratch the itch. Go pay for it. Fine. Don't wait. How much more money could you have made if you didn't even go out on dates and dinners with this one gal, right? What was your opportunity cost? Guarantee you could have worked up the money, saved the money, and then actually gone laid at the end of it. You were just getting your scratch itched. But marriage, you're going to have to take that very seriously and start coming up with a strategy and implementing and flying overseas. And everyone makes it sound great. Oh, flying overseas. Isn't that one? I hate flying. I don't like traveling. I don't like really going overseas that much. I like some aspects of it. I wasn't even in the market for dating. I was in the market for real estate. But yeah, man, you're going to have to read up. You're going to have to go out there. You're going to have to, by the way, we got scams overseas too. So you got to look out for that. I guess Colombia, he happens to be black. So is his brother, obviously. They love Colombia. So, and they had success finding 2 Colombian gals. But yeah, that's what you're going to have to do. So 1, be empirical. 2, be honest. Girls don't like short guys. There you go. 3, for the most part, every relationship is transactional. 4, as long as you do the right thing, it's not your fault. But going forward now, if you keep chasing after these hot money chasing hewers who are taller than you, yeah. Or, fine, the girl says yes to a date, but then she asks you for money and you stick around, you give her the money. Now it's your fault. Now you should feel shame. You shouldn't feel rejected. You should feel shame because you should have known better. I told you now you know the rules. You should definitely, you ask out girl X. You say, girl X, would you like to go to activity Y at 7:30 p.m. on a Friday? And girl X says, I would love to go do activity Y at 7:30 on Friday. You say, cool. Will I see you at 7:30 on Friday for activity Y? She says, yes, I will be there. When it's 7:37 and she's still not there and not answering your text, you know enough to go the fuck home. Matter of fact, at 7:31, she doesn't show up, you leave. And you know enough it's not your fault. That's just how they are. Sorry, ladies. If you stop flaking on men all the time, we'll change. It's not an opinion. Then when the facts on the ground change, then we'll say then our words will change. It's not an opinion. You all flake. But that's another lesson you should take. It's not if a girl flakes on you, well, welcome to the club. And then you need to make progress on if you do want to get married and have kids, starting a family. Yep. You're almost gonna have to go overseas. Domestically, though, your domestic game, you're gonna have to. You see a short girl, you think she's cute, you gotta ask her out. Hey, and how you ask a girl out in person? That's a Troy Francis question, or maybe you just write your number down, like, "Hey, you're cute. I'm out. Let me know if you want to go out for dinner sometime." Boom, you're out. But yes, you are of the age. You should now have these epiphanies and realizations. And yeah, okay, I got to change my tactics, which you are. But you should stoically come to accept what you do and do not control, so you don't feel bad over what you do and do not control. As you mentioned in a different video regarding minimalism about the spending money you saved eventually, could you expand on that a bit? I've been having issues with that. I still nickel and dime most of my purchases if I'm technically okay to make them. The main concern I have with minimalists taking it too far is you'll have a guy, you're young, but let's say you turn 50 years old, right? And you got $7 million. That's $7 million of your life. That's your life. It just happens to be in dollars instead of minutes. You converted minutes into dollars. That's it. Don't not enjoy your life. Minimalist, because you save your money, end up, surprise, having a lot of money. And you don't want that money going to the state or the government or nonprofits or people who didn't earn it. You don't want it going to family members who are parasites or mean. This is why you need a will, too. If you don't have a will, by the way, buddy, that much money, yeah, you better put together a will. But that money should mostly be spent on you. Now, what you want to do, that's up to you. I would not be buying Ferraris. I would not be buying worthless things. I'd be buying / investing money in things that make my life easier. Now, you having that amount of money, you're not ready to just start blowing money on stupid stuff. That money needs to be kept there for the most part to pay for your retirement, because you aren't anywhere near retirement age. But if you leave it invested where it is, continue to grow, and as long as it maintains against inflation, yeah, I mean, you could retire probably 50, 55, have a very nice retirement, But you're probably going to have more money than that, especially if you keep doing and you're saving your money. So what I do is I buy things that make my life convenient, right? I don't buy a freaking Ferrari that goes down in value. But I will buy like a good microphone, right? This makes my life convenient. Slightly higher quality makes my job easier. I have no problems going out to eat. Maybe not the fanciest of places, but if I don't have to cook and it saves me time, I could do something else. It's convenient. I will buy the tools I need to fix something, even if the tools are expensive, because it's going to save me time and money down the road because it makes it convenient. Here's another thing. I don't return shit. Unless it's very expensive, I don't return shit because it's not worth my time. I just throw it away. Yeah, I mean, like we're talking a $10 shirt or something like that. I would start asking yourself, let's say you live in a cold, frozen shithole like Detroit or Milwaukee or Minneapolis. People, I take the bus. No, get a car. That's fine. You could take the bus in July. That's fine. But when it's January, fuck that shit. Get a car with heat. Maybe even the heated seats, though that's, if it happens to come with it. So I would afford myself things that make your life easier. You're not standing out there in the cold, not risking getting sick. You're not hungry. You're not trying to make do with a tool that doesn't work. And then as time goes on, maybe afford to get the occasional nice thing. For example, one of the few yet frivolous purchases I've made was I got the 1909 VDB wheat penny. This is the wheat penny in the wheat penny collection that no one had because it's very rare. It's $1,000 wheat penny. Well, I got it. Now, does it do anything? No. What am I going to do with it? I don't know, but I got it. It's not going to go down against value. It's an inflation hedge, but I got my thing. I got the one thing I always wanted. So if you wanted whatever, the G.I. Joe character, I guess you're younger, the Pokemon card you never got or something like that. I would get that nice thing that you want. Not a shit ton of it. You know, is there a nice watch you want? Is it just like, it's not ridiculous, not a Rolex, but is there a nice watch or is there a nice piece of jewelry you always wanted? Well, go get it. Do you want a nice suit? You want a tailored suit? Go get yourself the nice suit. You know, just one. But then as you get older, the minimalist has to start thinking, well, I got $7 million. What am I going to buy with it? And then maybe travel comes in, or you buy property overseas and you can avoid snow. Avoiding snow there. Avoid snow. You know, I want to know what to do with your money. Avoid snow. And you're remote work. You can do that right now. Unless you're one of them weirdos that like snow and skiing and whatever odd people like. But yeah, and your health, like I get supplements, right? I spend the extra money on seed oilless food. I'll get the organic stuff if I don't think it's a bunch of bullshit. That's your health, right? So I'd do that, spend your money. But you should spend your money before you die. Otherwise, why did you save it up? What was the whole point? All right, link below is my book of numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. If you are interested in minimalism, my minimalism course is now open permanently. Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice. That's available on Teachable. You can find that just by searching it. I don't have a link below. And if you want to get your financial shit together, which you don't need, there's Bachelor Pad Economics. So go look up Bachelor Pad Economics. That'll help you all out there. Let's go to the super chats. Reverend Brown, 10 generous dollars. Yeah, I'm 5'7" in black. I'm cooked. Like, no, you're not cooked. You just gotta go play in a different baseball diamond. That's it. That's all you got to do. It's just, I'll tell you this right now, as an older guy, I can tell you, America is shit for marriage and commit. It's just dog shit. Are there good women here? Yes. Are there? Yeah, there are. But they're, statistically speaking, it's not a moral issue. Women have made choices that they don't want to get married and not have kids. Now, at some level, they want to, but it's usually 6th or 7th place in their life. And they do nothing to consider about what the previous choices led to their ability to get married. You don't have time for this. Look, are you all having a good time with this dating drama, sex war bullshit? Are you? Because I'm not. I'm not even in the market. I bet you guys are real tired. You know what? It's not going to be the silver bullet, but at least go to where women want to get married and are going to be reasonably feminine and raise children. And that's largely not the United States. And all the reeing, all the complaining, just ignore it. You don't even have to tell these. Where are you going? Tell them lie. I'm going to Phoenix to avoid winter. Oh, and another 2,000 miles south to Columbia. But you don't have to tell them that. Oh my God, look. I met this girl called Juanita in Phoenix. And her and I are getting married and she wants to make some babies. And she showed up on time for our date. Prince Revolver, $2. Damn, I'm 6'1" and feel short sometimes. Really? I knew I was short, but I never let it by, because what do? You can't control it. Just ask the girls out, man. Just ask them out, get shot down, get used to it, and then show up on dates. And 5% of the time they don't show up. Then you realize, okay, I'm going to invite her to an event I was going to anywhere. Me and my buddies are going here. I'll say, hey, me and my buddies, do you want to meet up, hang out? I always go to this coffee store in the morning. Yeah, why don't you meet me there at coffee at this time? She doesn't show up. That's fine. Sweet kisses from Truckin', $5. Can we stop the Disneyland BS? Girls like you for what you have. All of us, short, tall, black, white. Do you have enough stuff? Junk, clout, money, height. Yep. Prince Revolver, $5. He just needs a felony and 2 baby mamas and he's in. Open and shut case, Johnson. Yeah, why don't you just become T-Rash, sir? Sweet kisses from Truckin' again, $5. 6'6"? I didn't know you're 6'6", Truckin'. Dude, is the cab all right? I gotta imagine you gotta have like an extended cab, pun intended. And 6'6" in black, and girls didn't like me until I got a decent job. car and lost 60 pounds, 325 to 250. Buck up. Women don't love you for you, son. No. And in their defense, you have to be hot, right? Don't expect some girl to go out with you for your personality. That's what fat chicks do. The foundation, listen, I'm going to say it again. This is going to piss off all the Christians. The foundation to every good and healthy, loving relationship is lust. You want to be able to fuck the person. You need to be physically attractive. So don't bother asking girls out unless you're physically attractive. Sure, men have an issue because they're short. They don't control that aspect of their attractiveness, which means you change who you chase after. But yeah, as long as you're in shape and in good look, as good looking as you can be, cool. Ken Rose, he says hi for $2. Hello, Ken. Hand clogs, $2. Just be yourself, Cappy. Love and peace. I roll, therefore I am 10 Canadian, 5'7", not happy about that. Can't to bugger all about it. I live with it and make peace with it. An old girlfriend was 4 inches taller than me and wouldn't let me forget it. One of the many reasons she's an ex. Yeah, it's just, here's another thing. You don't control it, let it go. Right? My height never really bothered me because what am I going to do about it? I mean, literally get pissed off that the sky is blue. But then I would not worry. I wish I could tell my younger self this because I was guilty of this. Who gives a fuck? Just show up? No, okay, fine, bye. Want to go out? No, okay. Oh, you want to go out, but I need to buy you a dress so that we could go. No, it won't be happening. You are another human being. You have the right to be respected and not being taken advantage of. And that includes being used for your money and having your time wasted. And if someone violates that, they're in the wrong. You should not feel bad about yourself. You should be like, oh, that's the way that one went. Yeah, I'm going overseas to find a wife. Why can't you find it? Exactly. Have fun. Prince Revolver, $5. This happened to a buddy of mine recently. He went on a date, thought it went well, and she dressed him down lightly. Yep. Just guys, just have rules. Like, no, hey, do you want to go for a hike? Do you want to meet up for coffee? Do you want to go to a movie? Do you want to go bowling? Well, I need a dress and I need to go to this restaurant. Oh, okay. Well, that's a no. It's worse than a no. The girl's got so little going on in her life. She has time to waste her time with you because you're going to get a free meal. At the end of the day, let's say the meal is $90. She's got to go get dressed up. She's got to deal with you and texting you and all. That's 5 hours. That's like $15 an hour. If I did the math, it's more like $18 an hour. Women who are chasing after men to get free meals really have no life going. I don't mean they have no life. You got no life. Ha ha ha. It's not a slam. It's description. It's math. No, man, like that's not a lot of money. I mean, now if you get them for a lot of money, sure. But free dinners and, I got a dress, but you had to text guy for 7 hours? Here, all you have to do is treat women the way they want to be treated. Like feminists. No, you got your own money. No, I wouldn't do that. That would be insulting. Me pay for shit? No, it's not going to happen. I'm a feminist. You are independent. Sweet kisses from trucking, $2. Paying a 10 out of 10 a few times a year saves money and sanity. There you go. Bob Oy, 4CD, $5. When you decide to be practical about your deficiency, the society front upon you, I say F them. They want you miserable and confused anyway. Yep. Just if you wish to be a happier short man, accept, embrace, and then never worry about the fact that women do not like short. I mean, they don't hate short men, but they're not physically attracted to short men. And move on. There you go. Prince Revolver, 10 generous dollars. It's interesting when you have no idea how you pull women and then slowly see them take steps back when you become a puppy. Keeping things cordial and nonchalant helped me the most. I didn't realize. See, here's another problem. He's a younger guy, and I think every guy starts like this. No guy wants to be a dick, right? Not only because being a dick is a pain and like you have to act a way. No guy wants to be. And then it doesn't feel right. I don't like treating people poorly. And you got to strike the balance between being nice and a puppy and a doormat and an asshole. And then the sweet spot is being aloof and holding standards and limiting them, limiting your access to them, which, yeah, it would be great if we could just fall in love and play and frolic all the time. You will get tired of that. You really got to limit, say, nope, you only get so much of me. I now must move on and do other things like your business. I am going to do my hobbies. I'm going to hang out with the guys. Well, you don't have it. No, this is all you get out of me. There will not be more than this. I will be working on my career. That's what keeps them around. Sad to say. The second you put them at the center of your life, it's over. Because now you're flooding them with attention and they're wondering, well, why are you giving me? I could probably get someone better if you're just throwing yourself at me now. It's go watch the video. Dr. Orion Taraban, What Women Want. And Ryan Stone, what do women want? More. More of what? Just more of what? Just more. Help them most. Yep. Reverend Brown, $10 again. So as a short man who women don't care about, am I allowed to not care about women's issues and problems? Let me expand it. Other people's problems are their problems. Nobody's problems are your problems. Even your parents' problems aren't your problems. Are you your parents? No, you're not. That's their problems. My friends' problems are my friends' problems. My niece's problems are my niece's problems. My parents' problems are my parents' problem. My uncle problem. They're not my problems. It's this shit going on in the United States. I understand family to a certain extent, but this shit in the United States that we're this commune and we got to help out everybody else. They're like, God, help out these people, help out. No, fuck other people. Literally fuck other people. They're not why? Let me ask you guys this. Has anyone given a shit about your problems? I know no one's given a shit about mine. No one was there like, oh my God, you're starving. Here, let me give you some food. Oh my God, you could barely afford rent and tuition. Hang on, let's give you some sleep. Here's some money. No, it was always like, well, this problem and that problem, and I don't feel this way. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you, 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 everyone. Their problems are their problems. Right. So am I allowed to not care about women's issues and problems? Yes, you are allowed to not care because they're not your problems. I told a woman, I don't care if they get abortion rights or not because it's not my. It isn't. It isn't. Of many reasons, I am pro-choice. It's not me. It's not my problem. I'm not one facing God. If you think something that is like 72% chance murder, I'm not a biologist. I don't know, but it probably is murder, if I had to guess. But it's legal. It's your problem to square that with God. Fuck off. Here's all the rights in the world. Oh my God, I can't pay my tuition. Oh my God, I have a worthless degree. Oh my God. Well, that's not my problem. Bail me out. Now that is my problem. No, fuck you. Strong, independent. You girls are chasing after the top 3% of guys and they all have a harem and oh my God, they have sex with you but don't commit. Not my problem. I've followed the biggest, beautiful Lizzo, Tess Holiday, pro-fat Oprah bullshit and I can't find men. Men are cheap. That's not my problem. Did I answer it? Let me make sure I got it. Oh, yeah. Sweet kisses from Truck and $2. Cappy has the blackest channel on you. And we got the blackest channel. We lean that way every once in a while. Black community, black men are that you guys really are the canary in the coal mine for what other races are in very short time period going to be facing themselves. Very much so. And so you just happen to be the most experimented upon guinea pig group out there. I'm like, you're going to do it to everyone else. It's happening. Different ways, different flavors, but they're all common for us. And we just got to look. And I think the black community, men anyway, you saw them wake up a little bit. Not that voting Trump means you are. It's not. Oh, they're turning Republican now. It's like, oh, they abandoned the Democrat Party. Oh, that's interesting. It's not the same shit before. And then so it makes me like the canary's getting out of the mine. It doesn't want to die. So yeah, I'm just looking ahead saying, yep, they're the furthest ones down the road. They're the furthest ones ahead. You could take the reports, the reporting back, it is a marathon, okay? Black dudes happen to be a mile ahead of everybody else. And they're saying there's thunderstorms ahead. Now, do you want to take their advice or you go to, but it's sunny now? Star Killer, 25 Polish Lotties. How do I level myself up so I can lead the next relationship? In my current one, I was too weak to claim the driver's seat. Well, stop being what do you mean how? You tell women, look, guys, you got to stop getting addicted to pussy. That's the number one thing. Okay. I don't care how good the pussy is or it's the only pussy you can get. No, it's not worth it. No, pot calling the kettle black. I had a girl like that once. And like, I kept trying to fix the relationship. No. She was a vile, horrible human being. She'll told her to fuck off the very first time she started trying her little mind game bullshit. And I paid $1.25 years in pain and agony for it. Why? Because of the pussy. I also was under the stupid. I'm like, well, we could fix this. There's something wrong. Oh my God. But at the end of the day, you're dead. So one, no pussy is worth your pride. Absolutely not. 2, get in good shape. And 3, stop putting women at the center of your life. If women are no longer at the center of your life, you'll stop doing everything for them and you'll do things for yourself. Well, what should I do for me? Well, financial stability. Are you financially independent like the client? Do you got almost $1 million saved up and not 30 yet? Could you retire technically if you wanted to? Do you have stable income? Are you out of debt? You're not? Start focusing. Dude, every guy should work 2 jobs just to get themselves out of debt. You're not giving up. You're not getting laid any less. You were getting laid anyway. If anything, you got the money to go pay to get laid. Girl says, well, do you want to go on a date? Sorry, I got to work another job. Why do you work so much? Because I'm getting out of debt. Well, everyone has to have debt. No, not everyone has to have debt. Yeah, a debt slave's got to have debt. You have fun paying. You have fun not paying your student loans. I'm paying off my student loans. I never have to worry about. So I'm not some 42-year-old millennial bitching and whining for a student loan bailout. I don't want to be a 42-year-old asking for a taxpayer, but I want to get this done. Well, what are you doing this weekend? I'm working. Oh, well, maybe I thought, well, if you want to come over, I got like this, if you want, we can watch a movie before I go to bed, but, come on over, bring some food, bring some wine. Okay, well, what are you doing the day after? I'm working. What don't you understand? Guarantee you're going to get more women that way. You just can't put women. I'm sorry, guys. They are not designed to be put first. If you get a rare situation, a rare girl, fine. But stop putting them first. Maybe you don't understand it right now, but it actually attracts them more. Every guy's putting them first. They're sick of the flood of the attention. The guy that they're going to look at is going to be the one. You ever have a cat? You know cats, right? Dogs are men. They happy. Oh my God, you want to play a ball? And dogs aren't. Yeah, I want to play ball. Dogs are fucking complicated. The cat, if you ignore the cat, what does a cat do? Cat comes up to you, starts meow. Are you paying attention? Meow, rolls, does the head thing onto your foot. Like, get out of here. I don't like cats. I don't hate cats. I just don't like cats. Same thing with women. Just like, get out of here, cat. I'll show you. I'll be really nice to you. No, I don't. I have other things to do, cat. Another 25 Polish Lotties from Star Killer. I'm 90% focused on improving my life, but I'd also like to help her. No, but she doesn't. No, you don't help. Stop helping people. You see what happened in Minnesotans trying to help all those Somalis? Wow, look at what happened, kids. Stop helping people. I don't care what your fucking teachers say. Have you looked at the groups where they're all saying, you got to help people. You need to help people. Stop doing what you help people. Do you notice that everyone's poor in these communities? Whether it's a leftist major metropolitan shithole or some nonprofit touchy-feely commune, everyone is poor and they stink. Have you thought about that? How about everyone takes care of themselves? We don't have to help anyone because they're all taking care of themselves. Don't help people. I don't just mean that for women. Don't help people at all. I mean, a little kid, okay. Like a buddy, oh, I need to put in on new brake pads. You want to? Yeah, come on, help your buddies. You don't help. Don't, guys. Everyone should live in Minnesota because then you learn the true nature of human beings. You only get good treatment out of people, sadly, when ideally you ignore them, or worse, when you treat them like shit. If you treat people nice, you will get screwed over. Remain aloof, do not help people, and sadly, sometimes treat them like shit. The best jobs I ever got with the highest pay is when I was treating everyone like shit. During the interview, like I'm like cursing and swearing. It was weird. I don't know how that. Well, I know now how it happened. No one in this. Everyone takes advantage of the nice people. Stop being nice. Although you're in Poland, so I don't know what the deal is over there. Mark Magana, $5, our real estate agent in the field. Good advice on buying something nice for yourself that you always wanted. Last year, I blew $1,600 on a Nintendo game, a rare indulgence for me. Chrono Trigger? Which game? I'm kind of curious. I don't need another super chat, Mark. Why don't you just email me? You got my email. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Link below is the book of numbers, analyzing the ROI and the pursuit of women. That's universal, doesn't it? You want to get out of debt? Well, that's right. I guess since I'd also have the book, The Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty, although you can also read Bachelor Pad Economics if you want. Either one, you'd be po no mo. And then for those of you who are more interested in minimalism, the minimalism course, Achieving Minimalism, Theory and Practice, is available on Teachable. That's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.